Hi everybody, it's Kathy here and I'm coming to you on this Monday with 52 weeks of 52 favourite photos, our YouTube hop organised by Miranda. Thanks Miranda for this great hop. It's good getting all of these photos into our albums. I'm going to use this wood grain from Echo Park today to do my layout, and I've already cut out a frame because I needed to do a lot of cutting on my Cricut for this layout to come together. Can't believe this is the last Monday of January. That's crazy how fast this year is going already. And unfortunately, I'm back to work this week, so that's a bit depressing even more so. So this photo today I've chosen is my favourite photo of a recent trip to Sydney Zoo with my daughter. I did not actually take this photo, but I was telling my daughter, get the photo, and she actually managed to capture it, so it was great. And I love it, so I've blown it up to a big 5x7 because I want to include it on this layout. So I'm just putting down my base, and as you see, I go one at a time so I don't have any ripples. And I really do love this wood grain from Echo Park. It's amazing. The rest of my layout, I'm using scraps that I have pulled from my scrap leftover pile. And I was going to go with the flowers, but I actually like the stripes better. I think for this layout, the stripes are the ones that I'm going to go for. So I am using a border punch here, and I want to do a decorative edge for top and bottom on this layout, and I am absolutely terrible at using a border punch. I still struggle getting those lined up so that I get every single one each punch. I'm going to have the top and bottom fixture, and I'm going to slice this one in the middle so that I can use it at top and bottom as well. As I said, I really do like the flower side, but the stripes are perfect for this layout. I then went through my branding strips that I have left over in a huge bag full of branding strips, and I selected two that I'm going to use to top and bottom that middle strip that I'm going to put in there. Now, people call this the happy horizontal. That's okay. That's great, but I'm just calling it a striped layout. I don't know. I understand why they call it happy horizontal, because it's easy to work with and all the papers are running horizontally. So I suppose that's a great name for it. I now also have this scrap that I'm using to matte my photo. Now, my photo, as you can see, is in the sand colour, and to make it pop and stand out on this layout, I am just going around the outside of the photo with a black fine line pen. I'm going to use foam to pop this up because I want it nice and evenly raised with no sinking parts, and I'm putting that into using just that craft foam that you can pick up at any of your craft shops. I actually buy mine from a place called Red Dollar here in Australia, so that's where I use that foam from. I'm then also going to cut, using some more scraps again, some strips that I'm going to use as banner tag, and you can see that I've done that here, and I'm going to tuck those in under the photo down the bottom. Now, there's one that's the mounted matte paper. This one here was a scrap that I found with the same colours, and then I went searching through my scrap bag for this diamond-shaped gold one, which I've used on lots of layouts this month. And I also think it actually originally came from How to Kill a Kit with Style. So as I said, I did use the middle of the cardstock that I used for my frame to cut out all my die cuts here. And I did this on my Cricut, and I used Design Studio. And of course I'm being Captain Obvious here with the title Lions Roar. Obviously Lions Roar, but I thought that would be fine. Now, placing it on the layout, I realised that those footprints actually needed to be filled in. So I've gone and used the back of that dotted paper that I had as scrap. And for the lion at the bottom, I wanted him to stand out and not just be sitting there. So I've cut a circle, which I cut a quarter of the circle off to give it like a half moon rising or a sunrise, to make that line a bit of a feature down at the bottom right hand corner. So I'm just inking up the edges here, you can see, using picket fence just to lift it up off that layout and give it some definition. There's that circle I talked about, and there's my lion, Pride Rockbrook lion. This lion at the zoo actually was the lead male, and he was just gorgeous. And if you watched my video from Scrapbook Crafting yesterday, you would have seen photos of him up front in the photos there. So I'll put that link above here if you're interested in seeing that video. So this one is almost coming together beautifully. I like how this is sitting on this page. This lion is so majestic, and I'm so excited she was able to capture that moment when he actually opened up his mouth and let roar. As I've said in that previous video, that roar is so guttural. It really, really resonates through your body when they let it out. It's amazing. It's very forceful. That's why they are the king of the jungle for sure. I'm just putting in the paw prints that I actually saved from the die cuts, and I put through my Xyron sticker maker so that they are stickers and I can stick them down on the layout. Makes it much easier and cleaner, but sometimes I forget to do that, and that's when the glue gets involved. But in this case, these are permanent adhesives, so they just sit like stickers, and I love how that looks like a paw across the top. And now I'm just going to put one down here in the center of these banner tags, and that will be a feature at the bottom. I did contemplate putting 2 more down there, but then I thought no, that would be overkill. And so I'm just going to highlight the letters just a little bit more by putting in some doodling marks, just like the light is shining on the letters. Also, I do it onto the paw prints, which you'll see very soon, and I also do it onto the lion at strategic points. Now this white pen's pretty good. It's got a fine tip to it, but to get the white down, I actually have to sometimes shake it, and then that becomes quite messy. And you'll see that it leaves marks on my mat where it just drips like an ink splatter. But I have to do that to make the ink come down, especially when you use it quite a bit. And there you can see I've highlighted each of those little paws. I'm just going over to make sure that the white is standing out, because it will fade into the cardstock, it will soak in. And that's how it's coming together with those little highlights, and I actually think it's standing out quite nicely now. Alright, just to finish it off, you can see I'm thinking about it. I just need that little bit extra. So I went and I got these sequins, which are in the bronze and an orange, and I think they're perfect for the colours of the photo of that beautiful lion. And I'm just finishing off with a scattering, and I'm trying not to count them because I love odds, but I tried not to count them. I'm just scattering them and trying to let it be a little bit random, which I struggle with. I have a difficult task of getting sequins onto a layout. I do like them on there, but it is a bit of a chore for me. I've got my little tool, my wax pencil, to pick up each one, and I'm putting them down individually using my Nouveau glue, which is very, very handy, and because it allows me to put that point of glue, which is what is needed in this sequence point here. And I've just laid those all into place. Now they are there, and I'm quite happy with that overall appearance of this layout. What do you think? Did it come together good? Are the colours a great choice? Let me know down in the comments. There you can see the sequence, you can see those paw prints, you can see that I've inked up those letters to get it up off the page. I have that decorative border. You can see that it does have some dimension, but not too much, so it's not too bulky for the albums. And that photo, which I absolutely love that photo. I think it's a phenomenal photo, and this is my layout. Down below is the full playlist for all of the very talented people who are playing along in this 52 weeks of 52 photos. Please check them out. Thanks again, Miranda, for organising this for us. It is a great, great hop, and there are so many talented people sharing their wonderful photos every week. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers who keep coming back, and if you're new, and I hope I've done something to make you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Happy scrapping till next time, and here's my next video recommendation for you.